Wemby
Yes.
was not happy to be there. He was genuinely distraught at having won a silver medal and taken
Yeah.
the USA to the limit. And his quote afterwards essentially was that he's afraid for everybody else
I'm coming.
as he's figuring this shit out.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not.
Bro. And this is another moment where I feel like we have to give KD his props. Did y'all see the moment during the handshake
Yes.
line when KD and Wemby had that moment?
So nice.
It was beautiful. Like we don't know what was said, but Wemby was in tears going through that handshake line. That kid cares, man.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
wants to win every fucking game he steps out there, and that's so refreshing to see. And he had a moment where he got to KD and dapped him up, and he just really like broke down and cried on KD's shoulder. And you could see, and we don't know what was said, but you can tell from the body language that KD was giving him some affirmation there, right? That KD
Yeah.
was probably letting him know, you're one of those guys too. Your time is coming. So
Mhm.
yeah, that was a beautiful moment, man. Hey, Wemby, man, I told you, I'm so high on that kid.
Yes.
Young fixins, man.
Young
the sky's the
fixins.
limit, bro.
He got the
Sky's
fixes.
the limit.
He got the fixes.
Man.
You
I
feel
wrote
me?
on him at Summer League last summer in Vegas, going into his rookie year when there was like all of that complete ridiculous nonsense after he had one bad Summer League game with the most insane hype in the world around him leading into the game. And then, of course, by game 2, he had bounced back and now he's what he is now. But I wrote a piece on it last summer, and kind of the main thing in my piece that I thought made me like, I was super high on him even from Summer League. Like I was just like, yes, like this kid is going to be like one of the greats. It is the mindset. It is like his approach to the game, his leadership skills, how seriously he takes it, and how passionate he is about it, and how insanely competitive he is. Like all of that stuff was apparent even from like the Summer League stuff. So I feel like obviously the physical gifts are kind of what, like having that sort of ball handling and skill at that size are what people point to. But I really think the mental is what is particularly special about him, and how much he does care and how bad he wants it. Like he's really one of those ones, like for real.
Yeah, the shit that made me sit up in my chair about Wemby was during the All-Star weekend when he was on that skills challenge team with Ant, and we all remember how Ant goofed off with his offhand, that whole shit, and blew it for the squad with him, Ant and Paolo, the number 1 squad and shit. And they talked to Wemby about that shit afterwards, and Wemby was like, I understand that All-Star weekend is a break for a lot of guys. A lot of guys come here to have fun, and then he just took a moment and was like, winning is fun for me though. And I was like, I was like, this kid got it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, little shit like that. Like I'm somewhat of a firm believer that the way you do anything is the way you do everything. If you've ever heard that cliche, and like, bro, he doesn't. He's someone who takes, whenever he suits up and gets out on a basketball court, he wants to win whatever he's doing, and and then top with the fucking the physical frame and the gifts that he has. You got that mentality too.
I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that KD's the one whose shoulder he cried on. I mean, other than just like their build and approach to the game, but like KD mentally looks at basketball probably in a similar way. Where like I saw him talking about like why he didn't have a family, and he's like, I don't think he was talking to Draymond actually. He's like, I just don't see myself giving what I need to a kid and still being a basketball player.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he just can't imagine himself not dedicating himself to the game, like he loves the game that much. Wemby's the same, so he probably saw something like in Wemby that he understands being who he is as well. So, but yeah, I mean, I'd imagine it was something coming from there that he said to him. But yeah,
I forgot where I saw the quote, but somebody said something that I thought was a really good point, which is that like when Wemby was crying, it's because he really believed that they could win that game. You don't fall apart like that at the end if you're not like devastated because you really believed wire to wire, like, no, we're going to win this game. And I feel like that is something that all the greats have in common as well, is like that sort of just delusional, like, yeah, no, we're going to win this game. I don't care that we have 3 NBA players and they have like the Avengers, like we have enough and we're going to win, and I'm just going to do whatever it takes. And he was hitting massive shots down the stretch to keep them in it. So yeah,
he answered a Steph 3 with a 3. Like he was
literally
balling. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's going to be
7 foot 40
incredible.
inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
And in 4 years, in LA, like 4 more years of NBA experience under his belt, like I think that France team is going to be right back, if not even more of a contender next time. So yeah, I'm really interested to see see what it looks like in 28. Because I feel like if you think about the guys who aren't going to be there for the US and the guys that are going to have like more experience under their belt and that are coming in from the rest of the world, like I don't know if they're a shoe in. The US is a shoe in to win in 28.
Definitely not. We were talking about that. Like these guys are on a different level, not just because they, like it's a lot of it's because of their basketball IQ, not just skills alone. Like they understand the game different level. Like Booker himself, like how it takes him understanding the game in a particular way in order to change his game and find where he fits amongst these guys. You know what I mean? So like, we saw like Steph doing Steph, KD, Bron. They have those they can make decisions where like I can get to where I need to get the bucket that I know we need in the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a lot of these guys, like Ant and Tatum, they're just not there yet. You feel me? A lot of the young guys aren't. So we'll see. That's definitely not a shoe-in. Yeah, I'm not too confident. Do y'all think Steph? I mean, I think out of the three, Steph is a guy that can still be playing at a high level in 4 years. I don't know if he'll want to play. But do you imagine?
He said he was one and done.
Yeah.
This is the only one? Okay.
KD is the only one who kind of left the door open. Like,
you think KD
ball is life for KD? Dog, KD will tweet on a random ass Thursday night about some dude hooping for Wisconsin Eau Claire University on ESPN.
He be pulling up to high school games. Man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There was a series where he was breaking down high school players' games. It's crazy, like on YouTube. It's insane. So
he heard about Peyton Watson and came to a couple poly games.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've heard about Peyton because of him. Like like seeing a video of him pull it up. I think Peyton was a sophomore or junior.
Yeah, he's a junior, man. He's devoted on a different level, and for that shit to be in LA, like that's something a lot of the swimmers and track athletes talked about was just seeing the support that the French athletes got.
Yeah,
that's inspirational for athletes of like, oh man, I might need that. I might need to stick around for that. So I could see KD.
That's why I'm wondering if LeBron James is going to try to. I was like, there's no way he's so old, right? He's 39 now. He's going to be 43. He's probably going to be.
He's going to be a year older than Diana.
More than likely, he's going to be retired. But like that guy loves to do like showy shit, not in like disrespectful way. Like he loves like in like NBA history type of way, and like that is like an NBA history type of moment doing it.
I think he'll be there, but I don't think he'll play.
Yeah, he let those grays show in his beard this summer. Customs must not let that just for men fly through. So you know what I'm saying? He's for sure showing. So yeah, we'll see though, man.
He aged like a president in the Olympics. That was crazy. The beard got so much grayer from like the exhibition games to the last game.
I think the grays are becoming. He should leave them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's some great.
Remind us that you are 40 years. Yeah, remind us you're 40 years old whenever you're doing some remarkable shit.
You earn those grades, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it.
Like you are still low key the scariest guy in the open court in the NBA, and you're 40 years old. Let those grades show, dog. You know.
I think this is why we say he's the most relatable guy, because he's like in our age. And it's like he's coming to acceptance of his gray hair and his hairline at the same time that I am. You know what I mean? He just is still the best basketball player in the world. That's the slight difference.
Forget about what the calendar says. Football season is right around the corner, and that means Best Ball Week at DraftKings isn't far behind. Here's what you need to know. DraftKings Best Ball Millionaire Contest is their biggest fantasy contest ever. We're talking 15 million guaranteed prize pool with two millionaires being crowned for first and second place.
If you're a set it and forget it type, then Best Ball is for you. No waiver wires, no roster management, bigger roster so injuries won't end your season. Only the draft, and that's it. You're set for the season. And $15 million in prize money is no joke. Still not convinced? Check this out. This year, DraftKings is offering everyone a Draft One, Get One special. Your $20 entry fee scores you a bonus ticket.
Get ready for Best Ball Week at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app and use code Jenkins. That's code JENKINS, Jenkins, for all customers who enter the NFL Best Ball $15 million millionaire contest to get a bonus ticket. Only during Best Ball Week, only on DraftKings.